other ones scale differently. And that's what we want to talk about today. And guess what? I'm not going to be the only one teaching today because we're going to be talking about ETF, we talk about real estate, we talk about the wealth strategy, how you should build wealth. That's all that we're going to be talking about today. So welcome in, and welcome to Money Talk with Dr. Lina, powered by $1 Million League. This is the community of millionaires, a community where people are building millions in less than 10 years following the strategy that we use right here. Awesome. Welcome everyone. And we're talking about ETF or real estate. They are all wealth building machines there for you. So it's how you use it, that's how it's going to work. And I'm not going to be the only one teaching today because today is Friday. Happy Friday. Blessed, welcome in. Dada, welcome in. How are you? And congratulations to Blessed. He just joined the community of the millionaires. Congratulations to you. Yes, we are building a community of people that becomes 1 million, right? 1 million in 10 years or less. If you want to be a part of that, that is the $1 Million League. Let's tap out the live here. As a community member, you get your daily at me, you tap out the live, you share out the live, because it's about giving. When we give, we receive. Basically, that's what we do. Odeon, welcome in. Invite your friends, tap out the live, share out the live, get your daily at me, and be a part of the community, a part of the fan, because you're already a part of the $1 Million League. And today we're talking about ETF or real estate. We've been talking about this for the past 3 days, right? We talked about ETF. Focus has been on ETF. What is ETF? Exchange traded funds. What is real estate? There's the land, there's commercial, there's single family homes, there's the movie theater, right? All of that, they are all real estate. But welcome in. How are you doing? Let's tap out the live. We try to get to 10,000 taps within the first 10 minutes. Messi, welcome in. Annie, welcome in. Fakai, welcome in. And my YouTube community, we do have YouTube today, YT today, and the TT today. Welcome in. Let's tap out the live. Tapping out the live is you showing love that you find is valuable. User, welcome in. Tap out the live. It's just touching the screen. It doesn't cost you anything, just your fingers, right? And of course, get your daily at me. And we're talking about, I'm not the only one teaching today. By the way, we have like likes of Tony Robbins, Dave Ramsey, right? A lot of people teaching today because today is Friday. So because I get to teach every day, right? I try to get to teach you every day. But it gets to a certain easy. Welcome in. How are you? Welcome in on the YT side. Welcome in. Let me know where you're connecting from. I am Dr. Lina. I'm Doctor of Business and Technology. Movie Silence, welcome in. Mary, madam, welcome in. Let's tap out the live. Let's get it to 10,000 taps on the TikTok side, and on the YouTube side. Let's click the subscribe button. Make sure you turn on notification bell. I talk about everything wealth, right? Time wealth, peace wealth, health wealth, and of course the money wealth. Wealth is not just about money. People make that mistake. There is the time wealth, there is the peace wealth. Good afternoon. There is the money wealth, and of course there is the health wealth. Health is wealth. There's a reason why they say health is wealth. Money with Sandra, welcome in, and everyone joining. Make sure you click the follow button. Make sure you have done, get your daily admin, join the $1 Million League. This community is the community of millionaires. You want to be a millionaire, if that is your goal, then you want to be here. This is not get rich quick scheme. You just have to be coachable. You need to follow the processes and execute, right? We do it right here, following 4 pillars of wealth creation, because we have a whole full wealth building curriculum. Understanding that we were not taught that in school. What we're taught in school is what? Go to school, get a job, and of course, pay your bills. That's what it says. Buy a house, pay your bills. But then how is that working? It is not working. Ria, welcome in. Click on the subscribe button. Welcome in. I have long form videos there for the YouTube community and for my TikTok community. Make sure you also connect on the YouTube, because there are different form of videos for you right there. What are we talking about? We're talking about ETFs or real estate. But I'm not the only one teaching today, because I have been teaching, but I thought that to reinforce, teacher will always look for how to reinforce teaching, so that you will not be like, oh, Dr. Lina, you're the only one that is talking about this. And since today is Friday, right? Today is Friday. Ria, I don't know what you're talking about. Do you want me to mute you? Right? All right. Okay. So since you basically, if you we're going to be teaching a whole lot, right? It's not going to just be me teaching today. It's not just going to be me teaching today. You have likes of Dave Ramsey. Well, it's not going to be here in person, obviously. Tony Robbins, like all of these top people that teach that tell you just to reinforce whatever I'm saying so you understand. Since today is Friday, let's just do something different. We're supposed to talk about real estate today, but you would see that when we talk about what are the wealth building strategy, what does the millionaires, right? Where do they put their money? We did that yesterday, and it did show where they put their money. They put their money in real estate, they put their money in ETF, they put their money in private equities, right? Private capital, right? Startups, they put their money in there to finance, right? All those antiques, they put their money in there. But I don't understand all of those shenanigans, right? All of the artwork, I don't even know if if this one is real or if this one is not real. So I do not have specialties in that, but I take the easy route, which is focus on the ETF and the real estate, which is number 1 and 2. So it's okay. I do not have to spread my self thing. So let's talk about, for people that are just wondering, you don't understand, we don't know what ETF is. ETF is exchange traded funds. It's just a fund, a collection, or a basket of stocks, basically. So instead of you buying individual stocks, you're buying a whole basket. When you make a purchase, daughter of you are welcoming. Let's tap out the live. Let's share out the live. Make sure you click on the subscribe button on the YouTube side, and of course, make sure really appreciate when you click that subscribe button, because you will learn so many things. It's going to be beneficial to both of us, right? Beneficial because so you have long form videos there that will help you. And my TikTok community, let's tap out the live. Let's get it to 10,000 quickly, and we will go straight into teaching. ETF is exchange traded funds, right? And if you're just meeting me, I'm Dr. Lina. I'm not a doctor of medicine. I'm not Dr. Alias. I'm a doctor of business and technology. My day job is vice president of technology. This is my lunchtime. And of course, I also teach AI cybersecurity in the university, teaching AI cybersecurity and deep learning. So that's it. And of course, I'm also a serial investor with double-digit real estate portfolio. So if you see real estate right there, that's it. I have been investing close to 2 decades, right? And I've been in the corporate world for close to 2 decades. So it means that I've been investing for almost day one. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much for the daily admin. Make sure you click on the follow button if you haven't. Click on the subscribe button if you haven't. And we'll go straight into it. And the teaching today is going to be different, but I promise you it's going to be fun, because it's not just going to be me that'll be teaching. This is also going to be teaching you. So let's go because today is Friday. And I just thought, how do we reinforce this knowledge the more? All right. Let me go here. So whenever we talk about wealth building, right? Every time I tell you, oh, you know what? Put your money, save some of your money and invest, right? Now, let's hear what other people, quite a number of people, what they say about it, right? If they align with it, or they say, no, you are not supposed to do that. So let's see the Diary of CEO. A lot of us know Diary of CEO. Adebowale, welcome. Oh, and thank you so much for the Go Popular. The Diary of CEO. That is it right here. And I really wish there's a way I can actually project this on the screen so you'll see, but I will hold it so we'll see. So let's see what he has to say. Oh, let's see what he has to say. All right. We have a lot of videos today. This is Diary of CEO. And he's interviewing someone. Where is?
In the future, give me a.
All right, so let's start.
Taken from every expert in investing ever.
I know what the right answer is. I don't know what the answer.
What do you think it's going to say?
Read The Simple Path to Wealth. I don't think that's what it's going to say, but that's the right answer.
And the Simple Path of Wealth talks about 3 principles, right?
Right.
I'm going to check it against what it says.
Avoid debt.
Yeah.
Live on less than you earn. Invest the surplus.
It said, focus on saving and consistently invest in low-cost, broad-based index funds like the S&P 500 while living below your means and allowing compounding to work over time.
I should sue them for mining my book.
Yeah, they probably did. I then asked another question. How do I earn more?
Earn more in a job or
I just asked a very broad question, which is, and now how do I earn more, was my question.
develop your skills.
Okay.
Yeah.
It said to earn more, focus on developing high-demand skills.
Oh, there you go.
Seek opportunities for career advancement, explore side hustles, or invest in assets that generate passive income like real estate or dividends. I really think there's a really important part there about developing high-demand skills.
What are those going to be in the future
Yeah.
with AI? Because programming, for instance, used to be a very high demand skill, and people said learn how to program.
Yeah.
From what I understand, in the age of AI, yeah, that's not so much.
The advice I'd now give to my kids based on that is I would ask, if my kids came to me and said, Dad, what should I go learn? I would say, go and...
So it just, and if you want me to replay that
Very
again,
close to the CEO
so the question is,
because it's
what
gonna
is
affect
the
us, so you can
simplest
close it
way? I
to
hope we
the
heard
G.
that. What is the simplest way? This is the diary of CEO asking him, I'm not sure this guy's name, asking how to build wealth, right? That's the question. And then he now did it and put it on in ChatGPT. One of the things he said is that have a good income, make sure that you have a good income, save as much as possible, and invest, right? Which is the same thing that I talk about. I talk about 4 pillars of wealth creation. First is your income. Let your income, if your income is high and your expense is low, right? Your expense is here. This gap right here is what you use in building wealth. That's how you build wealth. Income here, expense here. The gap here is what is going to help you build wealth. So, and that's that video. That's why I said today it's not just me. I just wanted us to not just, oh, Kidney, welcome to the family of millionaires, right? Congratulations. This is the $1 million league, right? A family, a community of people that want to get to that $1 million status in 10 years or less. 10 years or less is what it takes. What people are not able to do in working from age 20 to 65, that's what we're trying to achieve that in less than 10 years or less, following the principle. And what I've basically done is try to collate other teachers, what they have said about this, so that if it's coming from multiple places, people that have been successful about this, if it's coming from multiple places, you would understand that, oh, Dr. Lina, you're not the only one saying that. Every other person, just to reinforce the teaching. How are you, Tyson? Welcome in. Let's tap out the live. Can we get that? Tap out the live, share out the live, invite your friend. Let's power share. Tapping out the live is you just tapping the screen, and of sharing the live is press my forehead on the screen, and of course share with your friends and your family. And today being Friday, I just thought that we're talking about ETF real estate, but then let's bring about other people's teaching. What do they have to say about this? Let's tap out the live. Let's share out the live. Maybe if you have not clicked the follow button, I hope we can hear it. You can hear what the other one with the CEO. All right, so let's listen to the next one and we'll talk about it again. This is just another strategy of me being able to communicate all of this to you so you understand. The next one.
Money can work for us when we're not working. We build systems and invest in things that can make money for us when we're not working. See, poor people, middle class people can only make money when they're working. I can make money when I'm not working. Why? Because my money that I have invested never takes a coffee break, never goes on vacation, never takes time off, never gets sick. It just keeps on making money. We invest money so money can work for us when we're not working. We build systems and invest in things that can make money for us when we're not working. See, poor people, middle class people can only make money when they're working. I can make money when I'm not working. Why? Because my money that I have invested never takes a coffee break, never goes on vacation, never takes time off, never gets sick. It just keeps on making money.
All right. So we invest. Why do we invest? Because we invest so that our money can start working for us, so that we can retire if we want to retire. That's what I was always saying. Who is that speaker? What's his name? Give me 1 second. Myron Golden. That's Myron Golden, right? Myra Golden. He says that's it, and you will see more of his as well, right? And that's why I wanted us to. And you can go follow him because I learned from multiple places as well, right? It is not just it's so because if I'm talking about this, then you will see other people say the same thing, right? So, I mean, some people come here to just come and troll, right? They would say, oh, you know what? It's a scam. It's not possible. People make you to believe something they cannot achieve. Because they have failed, they would come and discourage you so that you will not go through that path of success. So a lot of people that will tell you, oh, you know what? The love of money is bad or whatever. Guess what? Half of the time, they don't have money. So the love of money, that's not even what the Bible says. It said the extreme love of money, right? Money helps you. Money is just a tool. And as a matter of fact, here, the $1 Million League is about financial freedom. It is not about money. Money is just a tool. And that's how they've brainwashed us, right? And that's what we're changing. Okay, so click on the follow button if you have not. Let's tap out the line. Let's get it to 5,000. This is not the typical day. Today is Friday, and that's why we're doing this teaching. Typically, I'm the one teaching, but today I want it to be more people. The first person that spoke was Dari of CEO, right? Everybody knows him, right? Very popular. He has over 5 million followers or subscribers, right? Over that. I think his community is over 10 million. I think it was almost 20 million, right? Because he was talking about it the other day. So let's listen. So here, the lesson here, and it will get to a certain point, I'll be asking you a question. What did you learn from what you just listened to? So pay attention to the video, right? I will analyze it and I would also ask you, what did you learn? Make sure you click on the follow button. This is a class. Class is in session. Whenever we're here, whenever you come to the $1 Million League, know that there has to be something that you're learning. It is not just, it's beyond TikTok. This is an actual class to build wealth, okay? So let's listen to the next thing. And this is going to blow your mind, all right? This is going to blow your mind, all right? So let's listen to the category of people that we have. What is his name? I responded to, and let's keep tapping out the live. Thank you all for tapping out the live. Invite your friends over. Make sure you get your daily at me as well. Click on the follow button. If you are just meeting me, I'm Dr. Lina. I'm a doctor of business and technology, a serial investor with double-digit real estate portfolio. Been investing for close to 2 decades. So whose name are you asking? I thought I responded earlier. Okay. All right, so let's go to the next one.
Richest people in the world are 75% entrepreneurs, 15% investors, 7% athletes, 3% artists, and 0% employees. Nobody ever got rich from being an employee. The richest people in the world are 75% entrepreneurs, 15% investors, 7% athletes, 3% artists, and 0% employees. Nobody ever got rich from being an employee. The richest people in the world.
So, is that me? No, that's not me. This one you're showing, what is their names? What is the name of this person?
75%
This is Anna Ambon or something. Anna, that's her name, Anna. She's a multi-millionaire. You can check her up, Anna. That's her name. This explains to it the middle class, and this is the reason why you would see that it's not about the job that you do. It's not that. That's not the reason why the income earners, the salary earners, that's not why they're not building wealth. It is what they do with that income. A lot of times, what happened to, I always say it, the salary earners, the middle class, they are the ones, the middle class pays the highest taxes in the United States, all over the world, because they are boxed into, you're getting 180,000, 9 to 5, what's that, can be stepping stone or a trap to choose. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely rested. Yes, it's about what you do with that income, right? The thing about that doesn't mean, remember, it's percentage. There are some millionaires. You'll be surprised that some police officers, some teachers, some firefighters that are millionaires in Roth IRA, right? I mean, in their retirement account. That doesn't mean that we would not have employees. However, because we pay the highest level of taxes, right? I'm a vice president of technology myself, so I'm also an earner, but then I am also on the ownership side because I'm a serial investor with double-digit real estate portfolio. So I'm not one of those coaches that will tell you, oh, leave your job. No. that your job is a tool. Use it as a weapon to wealth. If what you do is you take that income and all that you do is pay bills, you are not going to, never going to build wealth. If all that you do is that you save it in an account, yesterday I showed you with the rule of 72, right? When you get 0.01% return, but at the end of the whole thing, you get 0.01%, right? That's what you get from your Bank of America. And we did a calculation based on the rule of 72. 72 divided by 0.01%. That was 7,200. That is how long, how many years it's going to take you to double your money if you leave it in the bank. But guess what? What does the average salary earner, average middle class, where do they put their money? They put it in the bank account. Generating what? 0.01%. Guess what? If another salary earner take that same income and put it in an ETF like an S&P 500 that has generated averaging within the past 10 years, 2016 to 2026, averagely has generated 14 to 15%, right? Averagely, they would have doubled their money in less than 5 years. As a matter of like 4 years and 9 months and some days. That's how long it's going to take them to invest to double their money. That's the rule of 72 right there. So it's about what you do with that income. Oh, congratulations. Rick just click on he just joined the $1 million community. Congratulations on you joining the community that is building wealth in 10 years or less. Getting to that $1 million status. That's what the $1 Million League is all about. Getting to $1 million status in 10 years or less. So guess what? Two people, right? One person puts his money in the bank, saving his money diligently. They were saving the same amount diligently. Mr. A puts it in an S&P 500, right? Mr. B is leaving it in the account and is saving consistently. It's going to take Mr. B 7,200 years to 7,200 based on the rule of 72. It means that he has to, if he lives 100 years, it means it takes him 7,200 times to die and come back to life. And he would, until then is when he's going to double his money. It's not me. The calculation is there. Yeah, this is the community. Just click on the follow button, right? Click on the follow button and be here. Get your daily admin, tap out the live, and that's it. That's it. Just follow the principle here. That's it. If you just want something that is specific for you, that's when you get the mentorship program, which you can find in the link here. How do you get the exact plan for you? You can definitely get the mentorship program, and then you have exact clarity that is unique for you. But you just come in, click the follow button, turn on the notification bell, get your daily admin and all of that. That's it, right? And follow the teaching. This is not get rich quick scheme. That I have to tell you. You have to be patient. That's why we said 10 years, right? 10 years or less, because 45 years people still don't get there. I hope we know. People work from age 20 to 65 and they retire, and then they go back and still go back to the workforce, work in Walmart and all of that, because they have to pay bills, right? So let us change that, right? Do it in 10 years so that you can have financial freedom. And Royalty, welcome to the $1 Million family. Welcome to the $1 Million League, right? The community of millionaires. Congratulations to you taking a decision on your journey, on your wealth journey. So that's it. Think about it that way, right? Your money, just simple strategy like putting your money in S&P 500. Nothing dramatic. Changes the status quo. Changes everything. Save your money. Invest your money. Not just saving only. You save. When I say save, it means that you keep money aside. I'm not saying save in the bank. Keep money aside. Having your emergency funds. All of those little principles, you'll be so amazed, right? A lot of times, when they ask Warren Buffett is the Lord of investing. They call him Lord of investing. He's worth billions of dollars, right? They call it he's in his 90s right now. When they asked him, where do we put our money? He said, you guys always think about it's complicated. To build wealth is actually very easy. But a lot of times, because it's so easy, people always feel that because it's easy, they don't follow it. That's why some people say, oh, it's a scam. Because I'm not saying that, oh, you know what, pay so much. If I buy monthly paid ETF for $100 and at the end of the month is worth $80, will I say that's why you are doing dollar cost averaging? You're dollar cost averaging. I started buying S&P 500 when it was, oh, congratulations, Meg Mary just also joined the community. Congratulations to you right there. Yeah. So, and I'll address your question, user, the question that you asked, right? That question that you asked, if I buy monthly, see, let me tell you, let me give you my own story. I lost $99,000, less off of 100,000 6 years ago to the stock market. What was I doing? I was buying penny stock. I wanted get rich quick scheme. That is a recipe for failure. You want to lose money, recipe for failure. So think of, I put my money in penny stock, day trading, and options trading. Those three lost me close to $100,000. Because of that, when I started real estate, I had to go for training because it was the kids' money to start real estate. And then that's when I went to start using ETF. I needed to figure out, they said the multi-millionaires. They did not say millionaires because I wasn't looking at the millionaire at that time. I had already gone past that. I wanted to multi, right? At that point, I was like, what then are they doing? Because I put my money in stock. That's part of what they said they're putting their money in. How come I lost money? But they're still saying that they should put their money. But how come they're not losing their money? That's when I figured out ETF, right? If I did show, and you can go and check it right now. Where does the multi-millionaire, where do they put their money? Go and check it. I always say trust but verify. Always do the research yourself. Let's not be lazy. You want money, then you work for it. Right? Take your another gadget and Google, where does the multi-millionaire put their money? And you would see it right there. You will see equities, you will see real estate. That's 1 and 2, anywhere, constant. So, and then what sort of equities? They put their equity money in long-term compounding funds, right? Wealth building funds. That's ETF, exchange traded funds. Or you would see it as index funds. The different potato, they're the same. The only difference is that one is traded like a stock. You can buy right now and sell right now, right? The other one is, it is at the end of the day when it settles, that's when you know your price because it's almost like an average of the trading day. That's what it is. I like the ETF because I want to know how much am I buying, how much am I selling. I'm not waiting to the end of the day. And there are times when I leave my money in the stock market until the closing date for a house. I'm buying a house and I want to take out money from the stock market. At times I leave it to a day before. So I want to be able to have control over it versus index funds. So, and those are the things right there. ETF is very solid. Like I've given you one, S&P 500. You want to know everything about S&P 500. You see the link there. There is a course for you right there that you can, that is going to teach you everything. But let's go to the next one. Now, another video, like I said, there's so many people that will be teaching us today. I will just chime in and please listen because I'll ask you a question after. Okay, the next one. Listen.
Most people value, but what really happens is the debt goes down in value. Debt destruction.
Okay, hold on.
Richest people in
People think they make money on real estate because the real estate goes up in value, but what really happens is the debt goes down in value. Inflation-induced debt destruction, it's one of the secrets of the wealthy. With rental properties, we don't even pay our own debts. We outsource that obligation of debt repayment to someone called a tenant. The tenants pay the debt. So with that, we're getting paid to borrow and someone is paying our debt for us. It's absolutely incredible. This is what's called self-liquidating debt. It's the hidden wealth creator. Most people think they make money on real estate because the real estate goes up in value. But what really happens is the debt goes down in value. Inflation-induced debt destruction, it's one of the secrets of the wealthy. With rental properties, we don't even pay our own debts. We outsource that obligation of debt repayment to someone called a tenant. The tenants pay the debt. So with that, we're getting paid to borrow and someone is paying our debt for us. It's absolutely incredible. This is what's called self-liquidating debt. It's the hidden wealth creator. Most people think they make money.
So, hi, Vicious at welcome in. It's so good. Vicious as is absolutely amazing. See, she's going to repost, she's going to tap out the live. You're going to see everything changing right now. She's absolutely amazing. Yeah, connect with her right there. Yeah. So, and we're talking about ETF or real estate, the wealth strategy, the millionaires machine. If only I'm able to tap the millionaires machine, right? You just heard another one, real estate. So it's not just me. I told you I'm not the only one teaching today. This is another person. These are different people. Some of these videos are dated back 5 years ago, 6 years ago, right? Some of them are recent. Some of them are like 2 days ago. So it means that these are, and some of these people, they are multi-millionaires. Some of them are billionaires. So coming directly from them, when you listen, this is just to reinforce the teaching, right? Let's tap out the live. Thank you all for tapping out the live. I know we are all locked in. We are excited because this teaching is different. You are learning not just from me. Let's tap out the live. And you've been sitting for more than 5 minutes and you have not clicked the follow button. Then what are we doing, right? It means that you're finding value, but take a decision and click on the follow button. Join the $1 Million League. Whenever you see MDL, that is $1 Million League, is a community of millionaires trying to, get into the $1 million status in 10 years or less, instead of 45 years working and not still get there. If that's your goal, then you want to click on the, Nafisat, or just follow. Congratulations to you joining the $1 Million League right there. Congratulations to you. Just make sure that you're here every single, just to learn the process, to be teachable, and of course, be patient, not get rich quick scheme. Take your time. There's a reason why we say 10 years or less, and we never say 5 years or 40 years. All right, so let's go on. So it said something, real estate. Remember, real estate. If you see most of this video, and I just picked them from the aspect of wealth building. I did not bring them from the aspect of real estate or ETF. No. I said wealth building. That was what brought all this ones up. I too want to welcome in. Yeah, that's what brought this up. So, and you would see that there's something that is constant with them. Is either they're talking about ETF per time or index funds, or they're talking about real estate, or they're telling you to save, or they're telling you that you should delay the gratification. So, like he was saying that, you remember I said real estate. Real estate pays you in 4 different ways. And next week, we'll talk about everything real estate. We've been talking about ETF. We talked about Rule of 72. We've talked about how your money doubles and all of that with ETF, right? S&P 500, we talked about that. If you want to know everything about that, we've ended that yesterday. But if you want to know more about that and how to start investing to double your money in 5 years or less, 5 years, using compound interest, you'll see the link there. Go click on the smart investing course, and you will be able to follow the steps. It's a self-paced course that is going to help you. You want to double your money? That's the process and the tools and everything that you need. You would find it right there. It costs you launch money. Right now, it's at a discount because we are in the CSR, corporate social responsibility season. So everything right now, it's like corporate social responsibility. We're giving it out for free. So click on it, or you'll find the link in my bio. If you step out, click on the link in my bio, you would see it right there. Follow it through. You will see it is smart investing, and get it, and everything you need to know how to open the account. And you can do it from anywhere in the world. It costs you nothing. Open the account, fund it, and of course, get it done, right? Make sure you set up the automation and all of that. You would see everything right there. What you need to buy, everything you need to, it's going to be there in the course. And that's one of the strategies of becoming that $1 million in 1 million in 10 years or less. That's one of the strategies. So for all of the people that clicked on the follow button and you do not know about this, you've not started doing this, then you meaning ETF, you want to start doing that immediately. So get the course, and it's there right there for you. If you need any help finding it, send me a DM, and somebody within my team will be able to provide you with the link so that you can get your course started. And please don't just buy the course. Make sure that you execute Execution is the key. Don't just get it and without watching and executing it. That's the most important thing. Time in the market supersede timing the market, right? We did show how 100,000 became $1 million, $1.6 million yesterday, right? Within less than 20 years, 100,000 is all you put in, and it becomes 1.6 million, $27 as a matter of fact on a daily basis, and it becomes 1.6 million. Thank you all for tapping out the live. Let's tap out the live. Can we get it to 5,000 taps? Can we get it to 5,000? I know we are locked in, but let's get it to 5,000 and check if you have not clicked on the follow button. So real estate, he did say something. He said real estate pays you in 6 different ways. 6 different ways. It gives you cash flow. It gives you equity. It gives you appreciation. You use other people's money. You use leverage. And of course, what's the last one? Tax benefit. You see the tax benefit. You see taxes. Middle class pays the largest taxes. And that's part of the reason why the middle class stays stuck and they don't get to the $1 million status. Because when you pay so much in taxes, you will realize that you're going to be struggling, right? Because I did show to tell you, no matter how much you earn, a friend of mine earns 70. Her taxes, whenever she filed it for 2 consecutive years, year 1, 60,000 was what she had to pay IRS. Year 2, 70,000 was what she had to pay IRS. But then when she started investing into real estate, bought 2 properties the following year, guess what happened? She paid 10,000, even though that year she made more money, right? She made more income. That's what real estate does for you. And then that's why the multimillionaires, right? Multimillionaires, that's why they keep getting more wealth. Remember, the other lady said the richest people in the world, there was no employee in that list. There was no employee in that list, if you notice. So let's listen to this guy again, and then we'll go to the next one.
Debt. It's the hidden wealth creator. Most people think they make money on real estate because the real estate goes up in value. But what really happens is the debt goes down in value. Inflation-induced debt destruction, it's one of the secrets of the wealthy. With rental properties, we don't even pay our own debts. We outsource that obligation of debt repayment to someone called a tenant. The tenants pay the debt. So with that, we're getting paid to borrow, and someone is paying our debt for us. It's absolutely incredible. This is what's called self-liquidating debt. It's the hidden wealth creator. Most people think they make...
Is the hidden wealth creator. When I call it the wealth engine, right? When I call real estate the wealth accelerator, what I just described as the last channel. Let's keep tapping out the live, guys. Let's tap out the live. Thank you so much. Click on the follow button. You know, the last thing that I described was when I say use of other people's money, OPM, other people's money. You would use, so let's take an instance and the difference between ETF and real estate. Remember, the question is, which one helps you to build wealth faster? Right? ETF or real estate? Even though real estate, ETF can double your money in 5 years, real estate still builds your money, wealth faster. Why? You're using other people's money. That's what it said. You take a loan. So let's take, for instance, let's use $200,000. With $200,000 in an investment property, you would put 200,000, 20% is what you need. So it means that with 200,000, you can buy a property worth 1 million. The same way, 200,000 property, it means that you are going to put you're going to put 40% down, 40,000 down. But with 1 million, you're going to put 200,000 down. When with ETF, if you want to buy ETF, you have to have your 200,000 and you get 200,000 worth of ETF. But with real estate, it's 200,000, you get 1 million in property. Now, what it's saying, this is using the bank's money. The other side of it is, who is going to, now you were like, oh, but Dr. Lina, there's the loan, there's the 800,000 loan, right? God winners, congratulations. Welcome to the $1 million family. Congratulations to you taking action right there. Now, where the real estate gets more sweet and juicy is, guess what? That 200,000, of course, there's a loan of 800,000, right? In ETF, there's no loan. 200,000, you get 200,000. We call it a day. Transaction finish. Your money is growing, right? Now, so thank you so much, right? But with real estate, you get 200,000. You have asset of $1 million, right? Now, the 800,000, you are in debt, very good debt, those beautiful kind of debt. That's not a bad debt, because debt in asset, right? That's good debt. Debt on liability, that is bad debt, right? All those your credit card, all those car and all of those things, those are bad debt. On asset is good debt. Now take that 1 million. Who has an asset of 1 million? You have an asset of 1 million. Now you now have, but then you have a loan of 800, a debt of 800,000. Guess who pays that 800,000? The tenant pays, another person pays the 800,000. You are using another person's money of 800,000, which is the bank. You are using the tenant's money, another 800,000 to pay over time. Yes, they will say, oh, it's 30 years, but the interest. Guess what? The other icing on the cake, you use the IRS money. You use your tax, your Mr. Tax, you use their money. How do you use their money? You say the property tax, that interest that you are complaining about, you are using it as a deduction on your, you use it as a deduction on your W-2. So that's why I always say that I still have my vice president position, right? You still have your 9 to 5, that's your income. But guess what? You are earning $200,000. You are earning 150,000, or you are earning 6-figure, whatever amount. Every single year, you go to IRS and you are paying $20,000, $15,000, $10,000, $5,000. Guess what? You could have bought a property. That property, just because that property, now that you have this property, the interest that you are paying to the bank, which a lot of people focus on, they'll say, oh, you know what, with ETF, you don't, it takes away the real estate. It's with the interest, the property taxes, Guess what? All of those things, you use it to reduce how much you owe from your earned income, your active income, that your 9 to 5, that taxes. So is it that you are paying it to IRS, or you are using it to reduce how much, you're using it to reduce how much you owe, right? And that's why I talked about that. My friend that turned my client 70,000, 60,000, and then the next year, third year, she bought 2 houses. To tell you how much she was making, she bought the 2 houses cash. The minimum of them was 300,000. So for somebody to buy a house cash, so it tells you how much she was making. Year 3, for her to be paying 70,000 in taxes. Year 3 that she did that strategy, guess how much her taxes was? Even though she made more income than, more active or earned income than that third year, in the third year than the year 1 and year 2, right? In that year, her taxes was $10,000 less, $10,000 or less than 10,000, about 10,000. Let's say 10,000. That's what it was, because it was with some little change. That's what it does. Guess what? She has just converted 50,000 of her money, right? Or 60,000, right? Remember year 1 and year 2, see how much she paid. She's just brought 50,000 to 60,000 back in her own pocket, which she can, what did she do next? She used it to buy another property. That is how wealth is being built. So she could have year 1, imagine year 1, 60,000, year 2, 60,000. That is $110,000 right there. That $110,000, that is enough to buy, is already 50% of the cost. So if only she had used the strategy year 1, year 2, she would have put $110,000 in her pocket. So these are the strategies, and that's what he was trying to say here. Because whenever I say it, and I'll play it one more time.
Of the wealthy. With rental properties, we don't even pay our own debts. We outsource that obligation of debt repayment to someone called a tenant. The tenants pay the debt. So with that, we're getting paid to borrow, and someone is paying our debt for us. It's absolutely incredible. This is what's called self-liquidating debt. It's the hidden wealth creator. Most people think they make money in real estate because they...
So that's it. This is another person. This is the money upward, right? The money upward. That is him talking about real estate. And what he said, the first thing that he said was cash flow, right? Because whenever you buy a property, right, you rent it out to someone, you use the bank's money to buy this property, you put a down payment. If you are using an FHA loan, that's about 3.5%, which is on a 250,000, that's about 8,750. on a 250,000 property, 8,750. If you had closing cost to it, about 12,000, 13,000 down payment. That's all that you need. The FHA loan is the first time homeowner, loan, right? You can use house hacking strategy right there. Where you live on some part of the house, you can buy multi-units, right? Or a triplex or a duplex or whatever, where you stay in one unit, rent out the other unit. The tenant there is paying the house, because with house hacking, you have to stay there for 2 years, right? You start paying, the tenant is paying, you are living there rent-free or mortgage-free because somebody is paying the mortgage. You are saving your rent, you take that money and then you use it. After 2 years, you move, replicate it again, replicate it 3 times. Trust me, you are more than a millionaire. And these are some of the strategy that I teach here, that we talk about here, $1 million league. That's part of the strategy. Tell me how you not get to $1 million status in 10 years. We talked about ETF already. Now we talked about real estate. What's that thing that is holding you? What's that old thing that is holding you? So I'm not one of those people that will give you fluffs or tell you build a castle in the air and not. I come with receipts. Receipts. If you have been seated here for the past 3 days, I'm sure you already have more than enough to equip you to at least get to your first $300,000 if you just follow these strategies. Not even doing anything. You just take, even if it's just 1 or 2 tips that I give you, like I just give you another nugget right here, right? I just gave you another nugget on real estate. Buy this, do house hacking right there, and guess what? You right there. Can we click on the tap? Thank you all for tapping out. Let's tap out the live. Let's share out the live. Don't be selfish, all right? Invite your friends, right? Press the forehead and share out the live. Share out the live. And of course, if you have not clicked the follow button, if you've been sitting here for the past 5 minutes, it means that you have found value. You are ready to change something about your wealth. So there's no reason why you don't click the follow button, right? Christine, Amaz, Tameke, Godwina, Obilan, Debbie, user, Royalty, Betty, Destiny, Ogoma, Mayalistic, user, On the Toe, Andrew, Unscripted, Dale, Day, Nike. Why not money? Yeah, why not money? Yusuf, Lightning, Daisy, Warner on House, Sarah, Nini. Yeah, let's click on make sure you click on the follow button. I'm just joining. God, yes, okay, yes, we are. Just stick around. Do you invest for others? No, I don't. As a matter of fact, I don't. I never do that, right? I don't give people fish. I teach you to fish, right? A lot of people, as a matter of fact, I had a client. They've actually taken close to like $50,000 from her, just because they're saying that they are investing in some form of crypto or something. I don't know what it was, right? As a matter of fact, that's how she's lost money. They still told her to bring another 10,000 because they said the Wi-Fi or the IP in her address is a bit compromised. These are, please, never. I tell you, if there's anything, even if you like, don't come here again after today. Do not. And I say it, protection comes first. It's better to use your money, eat your money, and don't save or anything at all, than to give somebody and they cheat you or they scam you. Don't ever. And if anybody come within this community to tell you, this $1 million league, to tell you that, oh, I would invest for you, this is the disclaimer. You're doing it at your own risk. Do not. And I say it again, do not. Learn how to do it yourself. User, welcome to the family. Welcome to the $1 million league. Yeah, on no condition. You work too hard for your money. You trade your life for money. You've already spent 6 hours if you are Central Time trading your life for money. Don't put it in the hands of anyone to come and start to invest for you. Never do that. Never. All right? Now, if you still do it after, it's on your own, right? Learn, right? Tameke, what I will tell you is, you see this link right here? Go there. There is a cost for you. There's the cost. It costs you less than your lunch money. Lunch and coffee, what you spend a day, right there. Because we are doing CSR, the normal price is $197. But because we are in the CSR season, corporate social responsibility, everything that you find in the store right now is at a discount. Is at a, it's at you just saying that, you know what, we give you for free, but we just have to invest something. You would find it there. That's all that you need. All right? That's all that you need. Don't give your money to anybody to invest on your behalf. Don't. You would see the Smart Investing Workshop. That is a course for you, right? Click on it, or you go to my bio, you'll find the link right there. Follow it. The smart investing, that is for ETF. There is the real estate, that is for how to buy real estate in 90 days. We're talking about real estate. This is just right there. That is all you have to, 90 days. The regular price for it is $497, almost $500. But right now, CSR season, when you get there, you will see that you are getting it at almost zero cost. Get that cost when it's still free, because the price are going to be changing very, very, very soon. So take it while it is still free. The mentorship is there. The one-on-one is there. And even if you come to my one-on-one or you do mentorship, I do not invest for you. I do not touch your account, right? I'm just going to guide you on what you need to do, right? Thank you for the all right. Thank you for your advice. Financial license. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. So if you're a financial license, if you're financially licensed, then you should know better not to invest on behalf of people. I love the fact that you break things down for people to, yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yes, you're welcome. Awesome. So let's go to the next video. Now we know that real estate is absolutely important. Real estate is and let's tap out the live. Let's share out the live. Get your daily at me. Make sure you click on the follow button. Make sure you click on the follow button and join the $1 Million League, right? Join the $1 Million League. Get your daily at me if you haven't done that. And I call it the best return on investment on TikTok, because you spend 1 cent and then you get what? You get 30 points back. To claim your points, you will find it right here. Right? Every other thing that you buy, then if you have Go Populars as well, those ones cost 1 cent as well. Tap out the live. Let's tap out the live heavily. Let's share out the live. All right, so let's look at another thing. This is about mindset shift. Mindset shift, right? Because income here, expense here. We can't even talk about ETF. Hey, Godwinman just became a fan, right? It's ETF, real estate. If you don't, zero times 1 million is what? Zero, right? So if you don't have anything saved or anything to invest, there's no, you can't build wealth. You cannot. So it comes with you rewinding. So how do you build? How do you get that safety net? Your income here, your expense here. This difference that you have here, that's what build wealth. Because that's what the excess, that's what you put in ETFs. You put in real estate, right? That's how it works. So let's, and this one is just a picture, right? It's interesting, right? It is interesting. It is interesting. Let me give you, and I'll show you 2 of them. I need to change the screen. Let me turn it around so you can. Yeah, I know that people never want us to touch that, but sorry, I have to get there today. Yeah, I have to get there today. Yeah, I gotta get there today. Today. Yeah, I gotta. Yes. And as a matter of fact, instead of us saying the poor and the rich, that one is the life of the middle class and the multi-millionaire. Bluesum with the TV, thank you. Thank you for tapping out the live. Make sure you get you join the $1 Million League, right? By clicking the follow button. Yes. That's number 1 thing. Because by the time you've already spent $400 on a pair of shoes. You spent $600 on a piece of $2,500 on a piece of phone, and the hat is $270. You have the necklace that is another $2,500, right? Based on what is here. Why are you trying to look wealthy when you can actually be wealthy? And that is the common thing. You always try to compensate for what you don't have. That's why you want to show off that you are wealthy. You want to show off that you are wealthy. I'm not the one saying it. This is Von ideology. This is not me. It's another person that has it. That's the difference between the middle class and the wealthy. By the time you already spend money on all of these expenses, you have nothing left to invest here. And I'm going to keep it at that. I'm going to keep it at that. But then I'll go to the next one, right? So that to a real. So we would.
And only business owners know exactly why. Luxury is a concept built for poor people to aspire to. For example, a chain might cost $20,000, whereas the silver inside it may be a measly $800. The concept of luxury was created to get poor people to waste their money, so if you want to buy something expensive, buy the stock, not the product. New iPhones lose value the moment they touch the floor, but Apple appreciates. One makes you look wealthy, the other makes you wealthy. That's it. That's the whole secret. That's why smart people focus on owning pieces of the companies everyone else is buying from. Platforms like Trade Vision help people understand market trends, investing psychology, and how wealth actually compounds over time instead of just looking at.
So, congratulations to Flawless and John Gerrand. So, this is not just me. You know, I've been saying it a lot of times. Welcome to the $1 Million League. A lot of times, you know, I say it and it was like, oh, Dr. Lina, you're aggressive, right? You're saying it, but, you know, I'm not being nice about it, but I'll play it one more time so you'll listen, right? This is not just me, right? This is not me. So listen and watch it clearly again. In short, it's not human telling you. This is AI telling you, right? But you know that there's somebody saying it behind you.
Expensive. Comment luxury and we'll send you the guide. Luxury is a scam, and only business owners know exactly why. Luxury is a concept built for poor people to aspire to. For example, a chain might cost $20,000, whereas the silver inside it may be a measly $800. The concept of luxury was created to get poor people to waste their money, so if you want to buy something expensive, buy the stock, not the product. New iPhones lose value the moment they touch the floor, but Apple appreciates. One makes you look wealthy, the other makes you wealthy. That's it. That's the whole secret. That's why smart people focus on owning.
One makes you wealthy, one makes you look wealthy. There's one that makes you look wealthy when people don't understand. Yeah, there's one that makes you wealthy. There's another one that makes you actually wealthy. So whenever I tell you that, put your money instead of you buying all those things, right? I love beautiful things. I have the Louis Vuitton. I have all of that, right? I do. But it is my asset that pays for it, not my time. I will not trade my own time. Take my vice president's income. Then I'll go and use it to buy. I will not. It has to be, I put it towards asset. Then that asset will now start buying those luxury items, those lifestyle, whatever, right? So legacy over lifestyle, Tamike, yes. Legacy over lifestyle. That's it. Instead of you wanting to buy the latest iPhone, right? Instead of you to buy latest iPhone, just invest in the iPhone, in Apple. Instead of you you like Louis Vuitton, buy the stocks of Louis Vuitton. You want Gucci, buy Gucci itself. The owner of the company is always 10 times richer or earns 10 times the highest paid person in the company. So the owners always will be 10 times, will earn at least 10 times more than the highest paid earner. So put your money into investing. Stop putting, see, they even said it. They said the poor. So anytime you are taking your money to try to compensate for all of those things, you want to look rich, right? That's a poor mindset. I mean, I did not say it here. It's the AI. It's not me. It's not, before you guys start getting angry with me. It's not me. It's the AI that said it. It said the poor is a strategy to keep the poor poorer. It's a strategy to keep the poor poorer. Because when you keep putting your money in things like that, just take the money, put it in the, I mean, let's talk about it. That your purse that you bought. I mean, I bought a Louboutin shoes when I got my graduation, and one of those shoes were, you know, because I and my husband, we walked the stage, we became doctors the same day. He was the one that ordered me, right? And we both said, okay, let's celebrate ourselves after this many years. Let's buy the Louboutin shoes. That is the most, I call it the beautiful nonsense. It is beautiful, but the most uncomfortable shoes ever. But guess what? Because it is Louboutin, people were is it Lobotin or Lobot, whatever they call it, right? People were on the line. I love it. It's pretty. But I did not, it was the asset. It was one of the tenants' payments that we used in buying it. But people would queue. They cannot, in their account, they have $100. But then they want to wear the shoes of 1,000. Now that shoes, I'm sure it's not even worth, it's not worth 1,000 anymore. Because the minute you put it on the floor and the scratch on it, right, the color or whatever, the red bottom, has a little bit scratch, you cannot even return it. The shoes that I bought $50 was more comfortable. So those are the things, they make you, okay, look wealthy. But why don't you just become wealthy? And of course, he already said it. Let me play it one more time.
The concept of luxury was created to get poor people to waste their money. So if you want to buy something expensive, buy the stock, not the product. New iPhones lose value the moment they touch the floor, but Apple appreciates. One makes you look wealthy, the other makes you wealthy. That's it. That's the whole secret. That's why smart people focus on owning pieces of the companies everyone else is buying from. Platforms like Trade Vision help people understand market trends.
So that's it right there. I think I've already, and that's why I needed to bring all of this today. Hey, and Kay just joined the $1 Million family. And for all of the people that joined the $1 Million League today, make sure you get your daily ad. It costs you 1 cent, but you're going to get 30 points back. You get 30 points back, right? That is the biggest return on investment here on TikTok. Whenever we're talking about investing, that is so that's how I'm investing in you right now. This community is invested in you. You've learned about real estate. You've learned how not to spend your money. Instead of buying those luxury items, it is the poor mindset. Instead of that, buy the asset. Become the owner. Change from the earning category, consumer, move it to move to the ownership category, right? Stop being a consumer, become an owner. Godwin, people don't feel worthy of wealth. That's the people. It's not like, I think it's a mindset, Tamike. And what daily at me. So daily at me. Sorry, daily at me. Can somebody describe? It's going to be here. It's called daily. It's at me. It's like 1 cent. Right? So you see somebody do something on my head right there that you see, that's daily at me. See, you see this right there? That's the points that we're seeing right there. If you click on it, I don't know if it's going to show you, but if you go here, you see it, it will tell you, tap out the live, at me, exactly. Yes, at me, thank you. At me right there. Just click on it. It costs you 1 cent, 1 penny, right? Yes, 1 penny, and you'll be able to get it. It makes you a fan. You see the MDL right in front of them. That's why they have the MDL. That shows that they are a fan of this community. And that's a language that algorithm understands, right? That's what's going to, some of the things that will move us from D2 to a, C league or B league. And more people, when we move that way, we have more people to reach. My goal is to reach as many people. All this information we're not taught in school, right? And a lot of people, a lot of wealth coaches charges a lot of this, a lot to actually teach this that I'm teaching for free. So take the advantage, tap out the live, invite. Another thing is that just tap out the live, tap out nonstop like Tamike is doing. Let's tap out the live, share the live, invite your friend. ETF is better. Don't have to deal with tenants. It depends, right? I manage double-digit real estate portfolio. If I not to deal with tenants and I'm making a killing, I'll take that, right? And if I have to deal with tenants, you want to learn how to deal with tenants but not deal with tenants, there's a course there that's going to teach you. I manage double-digit. So not just own, I own and manage double-digit real estate portfolio. And I do it with a vice president job. I do it with my, with a professor, teaching AI, cybersecurity, and deep learning. I do it with this social media, run a family, and of course, I do all of that. And yes, Tamike is very, very clear. Very, very important. Diversification is key. Diversification is key. So it is not just ETF, it is also real estate. And as a matter of fact, we have a wealth building journey, right? No, we don't do crypto. We just talk about this two. These two gets us to the $1 million status. Crypto The same way it can fall for 120,000 to 75,000. That's the same way it can go to 1,000 tomorrow. But we want something that is stable, right? Something stable. Protection first in this community. That's the first thing. We want to be able to determine. As a matter of fact, I'm not against crypto because I started investing in Bitcoin from 13,000. I have crypto, but it's not something that I would tell a beginner investor, right? It's not something I'll put out to a beginner investor. But these are strategies that the millionaires use. Crypto was not on the list. Neither is penny stock or day trading. They were not on the list. You can go and Google it. Where does the multimillionaires and billionaires put the money? You will never see crypto in there, right? Even though I do have Bitcoin, even though, right? But I started buying when it was 13,000. All right. So which one should we look at it again? All right, so let's look at my girl. Let's talk about my girl.
Save your way to retirement. With the way cost of living is going, with the way inflation is going, saving is just not enough. Most people know that they should be investing, but they don't do it. They say, I'll do it tomorrow or next week or next year.
Or when I'm rich.
Or when I'm rich. And then by the time they do start, they've missed out on the most powerful lever that they had going for them, which is time. That is one of the most important things when it comes to investing. For a while, we've heard of the phrase save for retirement.
Yeah.
Saving for retirement. You cannot save your way to retirement. With the way cost of living is going, with the way inflation is going, with the price retirement is going to cost by the time you get there, saving is just not enough. You have to be investing your money. If anyone's saying, oh, I just want to live it big, I want to enjoy the money, find out what is the thing that's most important to you and make sure your money choices stack that decision, because the wrong choice isn't choosing the wrong path. There's just not knowing that you even had a choice in this whole thing. You don't realize what you're going to miss out on later on in life. Today's you planting seeds for future you. That's what this is about. Cannot save your way to retirement. With the way cost of living is going.
All right, you heard my girl. I love her so much, Nishami. Yeah, you cannot. She's so pretty. You cannot save your way to wealth. You cannot save your way to retirement, right? It just tells you. And some questions, how do you start investing in ETFs? Go here, right here. There's the link right there, or go out here. You will find the link, right? nestu.me/Money Talk with Dr. Lina. The Smart Investing Workshop is right there. Click on it. It's a course, a self-paced course that's going to teach you from start to finish which one should you buy. Because I don't give people fish. I teach you how to fish. S&P 500, I can tell you that, but there's so many other ones because it's a function of your age, it's a function of your risk tolerance, and some other things, like at least 6 other factors, right, that you need to take into consideration. Reason why I don't do this, and I don't tell you, go buy this or that or whatever, is because, right, the reason I don't do that is because the day anything switches, right, you will know how to pivot. Otherwise, if I tell you buy this, you will stick with it. Even though you are going in the hole, you will continue going in the hole with it. But then if you understand the steps and the strategies, you understand the spirit behind the law, not just the law. You understand the spirit behind the law. You realize that when things changes, you would also be able to change. So I teach you to fish. That's what that course is going to teach you. It teaches you what to buy. So it's called the Smart Investing. You will see it right there. You want to know how to buy real estate. It takes 90 days. You will find the course right there as well. Right now, everything is at a rock bottom price, the least of the prices you ever see it for the rest of the year or ever. Because right now we are doing the CSR, corporate social responsibility. So it's me giving back to the society. The only reason why you're not seeing it at the $0 right now and we're not giving it for free is because we have realized, and data shows it, that over time, that people, when you give somebody things for free, they don't value it. People do not take action. They don't execute. So I am not helping you by just giving you at $0. But if you pay your lunch money for a day, which is part of the prices, right, that you see there, even though the price is about maybe $200, right, you're paying $27 for it or $20 for it. You're getting it. You know that you paid something, right? And you would treat it nicely. You would value it. People don't value what they do not pay for. So right now it's at CSR, the real estate normal price is $497. The other one is at $197 or $297. I'm not sure. All of my one-on-ones and mentorship, everything is at the discount right now. So take advantage of it. Once the CSR time is a one-time program, right? It's a one-time program. Once that period is over, everything goes back to the normal price, right? So take advantage is just to like help as many people. That's why I keep saying, please tap out the live, share out the live, so that everybody has the opportunity. Now that we are giving all of this for free, tap out the live. It's also a clue to tell you tap out the live. It costs you nothing. It's just your fingers. Tap out the live, share out the live, press my forehead on the screen. Your contact comes. Olabisi, welcome in. Share out to all of your friends and your family, even your enemies. Invite them. They will love you after this because you are wishing them well, helping them to build wealth. And I agree with you. Definitely, long-term investing outbeats trading over time. Absolutely, it does. And a lot of people, we did show all of this the past 3 days with ETF, right? Just doing S&P 500, your money double in 4 years. With 14%, 14.5%, that's what we even use, right? Using this rule of 72, right? How long it takes you to double your money. That's all that it takes. So with $100,000, and that means $27 a day for 10 years, right? You will get $1.6 million, right? $1.6 million is what you get in 20 years. Put $27. Ideas, welcome to the family. Congratulations. Joining the $1 Million League. Make sure you get your daily at me. It's 1 cent. Make sure and join the fan. And for everybody that join the $1 Million League, click the follow button today. Make sure you get your daily at me and become a fan as well. So, yeah. So $27 a day becomes 1.6 million. Yes, in 20 years. All you have to put is $27 for 10 years, and then your money becomes $1.6 million, right? In 20 years, right? That if you want it to be less than that, you can also do $54, right? And Olabisi also, was that Olabisi? Yeah, welcome. Congratulations to everybody that clicked the follow button, joining the $1 Million League. $27. Darlington, welcome in. $27 is all that it takes. Do it for every single day for 10 years. I tell you, $1.6 million is what you get. Please recommend monthly paid ETF that fall under S&P 500. I gave you one already, VOO, but you want everything. See, that's the cost right there. That's the cost. Click on it. Go to the Smart Investing workshop. It costs you launch money. As a matter of fact, it's $27 right now. Trust me, its regular price is $197 and it's going to go up to even $297. But get it right now, and how to open the account, what to buy, everything you need to do. $27. People spend it on lunch and coffee on a daily basis. That's that $27. That's even the story of the $27. That's the story of the $27. That's why we priced it for the CSR at $27. So you see a lot of $7 right there. That's the reason. Just so at least your launch money, just keep launch for 1 day and you'll get what you're getting, the tools and all of that. You'll find it right there. But back to S&P 500, VO is one, okay? But there's so many other ones. You want 20%, you want 25%, you want, you can double your money. We said 5 years, right? You can double your money in 2 years. You can double it in 3 years, right? But it's a function of so many other things that you will find in the course. That's it. That's the link right there. Click on it, the Smart Investing Workshop course. That's it. It's going to tell you the account you can open, and you can do it from anywhere in the world. All right, and this is 2:30. We'll be wrapping up shortly. Let me see. Let's put one more to it. Right. Let's put one more to it. I thought I have Tony Robinson. Let's see what this old man has to say. All right. Let's see what this old man has to say. I thought I have Dave Ramsey here. Oh, and okay, let's talk about my very friend. If anybody that knows me would have heard about Warren Buffett. Now you would see him. This is Warren Buffett here.
Practically all of the time, and that is to consistently buy an S&P 500 low-cost index fund. Keep buying it through thick and thin, and especially through thin. The temptation gets when you see bad headlines in newspapers, maybe to say, well, maybe I should skip a year or something. So just keep buying it. American business is going to do fine over time. So you know the investment universe is going to do very well. The Dow Jones Industrial Average went from 66 to 11,497 in 1 century, and then since that century has ended, it's more or less doubled again.